I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN.
All right.
And if you did it well, your ratings
Let
would
me
be
ask,
much better.
if I may ask one other question, Mr. President.
That's enough.
Welcome to today's Cable News Craziness, where we take a look at some of the craziness that takes place on cable news. Today, MSNBC's Tiffany Cross is talking with former Congressman Jack Kingston, and she thinks that people challenging the election are the equivalent of attempted murderers, and she seems to think that liberals have never disrespected those in flyover country who they happen to disagree with. Okay. Roll it.
I think the monster the Republican Party helped create awakened this crowd of people who are literally threatening people's lives. You've called this an inter-family squabble. I got a lot of inter-family squabbles. We've never threatened each other's lives. So where do you stand on that?
Tiffany, I don't know of a case of somebody whose life has been threatened by a Republican official.
I'll tweet the video to you, Congressman. It exists.
And I don't know of any case like that. And I would say I would join you. I do not want voter suppression, but I would also say when Brad Rapsenberger has sent out unsolicited absentee ballots to vote across the state and set up these drop boxes, that's hardly voter suppression. And as you know, Stacey Abrams, with all this out-of-state money, millions and millions of dollars, could bring any court case that she wanted, able to prove it. But I also got to point out about her, she still hasn't conceded that she lost the gubernatorial race. So to turn around and say to Republicans, now you've got to concede that you lost.
Stacey Abrams isn't running right now, Congressman.
It doesn't matter. She's one of the critics that says, look, Joe Biden won. You got to admit it. But people from Stacey Abrams, who never admitted that she lost, or Hillary Clinton, who did not agree that she lost and said that the President Trump election was illegitimate and that he was an illegitimate president, joined, by the way, with Nancy Pelosi. We're in a situation in America where I think it's time to try to start healing, try to start moving together, but both parties have to admit that they have had some doing in this process, and I think we could come together on it. I'm glad to be on your show, by the way, because as you pointed out, we may have a philosophical difference or two, but it's very important for us to be engaging with each other and talking, because I think it's healthy for the system.
So let me ask you, you said that we have to come together, we have to heal. Are you willing to do that after January 6th, when Vice President or President-elect Joe Biden will be confirmed as the next president of the United States? Will you come out at that point and say, hey, MAGA crowd, chillax, because the president has just been confirmed. Now let's move forward and try to heal this country?
I think it will be time when everything is done. And one thing about also is we can continue to have our disagreements, but we need to do it peacefully, and we need to do it without accusations that the next person is horrible. And, I think it's interesting that my friend Bill Maher said recently that people on the left have to get for the right. He said, it's good to have red and blue states. What we sneer at, we left-wingers, that's what Bill Maher was saying, with flyover states. These are people we need to respect. They're not bad people. And I feel the same way on both sides. Coming from Savannah, where Reverend Warnock's from, as you know, it's a majority African-American community, and you need to get along with everybody. And we've always worked together in Savannah and Chatham County.
Yeah, I agree. Everybody needs to be respected. And look, you can't talk to the descendants of enslaved people and talk about respect without the way that the systemic oppression still challenges respect for folks who look like me. So I think we agree on that point. I can't recall any such similar disrespect to folks in flyover states.
Before we get started, let's give credit to MSNBC when they decided to move Joy Reid from her Saturday and Sunday slot and slide her into their Monday through Friday lineup. They said, we've got to find someone even dumber than Joy Reid to fill this void here, and they put Tiffany Cross in, and they did an amazing job. They accomplished their mission. So kudos to them to giving this time to someone who is emotionally and developmentally delayed, but can still put some words together on cable news, so she's doing a great job there. Kudos to MSNBC for that. Now let's talk about what she's talking about here. First things first, she references the idea that people's lives are being put at risk because of this election challenge. It is a complete farce, but it is something that is being said repeatedly because in the minds of these individuals, the media and their Democrats, disagreeing with them is violence. Words are violence. Silence is violence. Basically, anything they don't want to hear is violence. Actual violence, by the way, well, that's not really violence. That's just people letting off steam. That is oppression being reacted to. You know how it all goes. But when she is asked about who's actually doing this, she has nothing. Oh, I'm going to send you a clip. She's not going to play it. She has all this information, but she doesn't want to share it. She doesn't want to name names. She doesn't want to play the clip because people are being so violent in this country over this election, and we're ginning up all these people, getting them ready for violence, that she can't even play the clip or say who's doing it. Wow, must be a huge deal there. So enough of that lie. Let's move that to the side. And let's talk about the other point here. Jack Kingston talks about Bill Maher, and a comment Bill Maher made not too long ago about flyover country and how the elites in the media and their Democrats on both coasts hate them. They hate them so much. They talk terribly about them. They treat them like absolute garbage. And he's saying, guys, let's just have a conversation about the things we disagree on and we can have a better country. And she's like, I just don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about when you talk about the elite in this country looking down on flyover country. Well, there's a reason why it's called flyover country. It's because it's the people that make up regular America that have been mocked and derided for so long by the people on the coast and the media and their Democrats. That's exactly what he's talking about. And she's arguing because she is a descendant of a slave that there's no way that she could ever engage in such a thing. It is laughable, if not so sad. There is no accountability for these people on cable news. They can just do whatever they want. They can say whatever they want. The facts don't matter. They don't even have to try to tell the truth. These people are engaging in a massive misinformation campaign, and they don't even care that we all know that they are lying. They're acting as if they're pushing some counterculture message against the powerful, but they're not. They have big media, they have big tech, they have pop culture, they have sports, they have every aspect of American society, and they act as if they are the ones that are pushing back against the culture. They're not. They're the culture. If they have a problem with what's going on, they're the ones controlling it. And it's amazing to me that these people still pretend that they aren't running the show. And then they argue that they don't even know what's going on. It's just not true. We'll continue covering it here on Cable News Craziness. So all you gotta do is like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment, and come on back tomorrow.
You work hard to earn little escapes because doing your best means being your best. So let us help you discover your best at Premier Dental Spa. With our unique blend of cosmetic, dental, and spa-like aesthetic services, you'll leave feeling relaxed, refreshed, and renewed. Make sure the best you is here to stay and book your appointment online today at premierdentalspa.com.